welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and welcome to Healthy Habits. If I even start this episode, we have a guest here. Since by the time I film this Halloween, it's literally around the corner. And we have a guest here. What should we name her? I need to think. But I wanted to, put her face forward and you could see the reflection of what I see in front of me. So that's why I was like, okay, so maybe she can be like this or like this. I don't know. Or should we leave her or should I just... I don't know. Well, that was a long introduction. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here. Today we are gonna talk about the emotion of love. And why I wanted to talk about this, because yes, it's of course related to healthy habit, not just the emotion of love, but how you perceive love. It's not talked enough. Not only the topic about love, there was so many topics about that, but the perception that we have about love, because I think the topics that we always hear about love is that love is enough. Love is, this wonderful thing, which it is. But is it really enough? And I'm not just talking about relationships, adult relationships, really talking about like love in general, like towards our family, like in general. We're going to talk about how love is not enough. And it's hard to switch our mindset, right, about that, because always, since we were kids, we always knew that love is all we need. Love is enough. When you especially when you meet your significant other, what you need to seek is love, and that's enough. All the movies, for the kids, Disney movies and everything else, it's always represents that love always wins, which love, it's a good emotion, it's a strong emotion. And I feel like because when we were kids, everyone else, movies, parents, everyone, our role models, parents, everyone told us that love is enough and that's what we seek. But we forget that love is just an emotion, just as happiness, sadness, angriness, joyfulness. It's just an emotion. And I'm not telling you that it's not important. I'm not telling you that, there are so many other emotions that you should feel instead of love. No, I know it's important. I know that, especially just in general life, whether you have love towards your friends and family, significant other. Yes, I know it's important. That's not, I'm telling you that it's not. It's just, it's not enough. You shouldn't seek love as your number one priority, because since it's just an emotion, and I'm not telling you that it's not important, it's important. You should have love. You should receive love. You should love. But and I'll give you an example, but being in, committed relationship and just telling yourself that love is enough, it's not a healthy habit. It's not healthy for you. You know why? Because since love is just an emotion, by you telling yourself that love is enough, that means that you can close eyes. Generally, I'm not telling you that with everyone is the case, but when you just only think that love is enough and that's what you seek, well, when someone disrespects you, when someone lies to you, when someone does this, does that, you're like, yeah, but I love him or I love her and that's enough. They love me, even though they disrespected me, they lied to me, they've done this, they've done that. You know where I'm going? It's because there's so many people that they boundaries disappeared. They don't know themselves either. They've lost themselves just because they love someone or just because they feel that emotion. And since it's a very strong emotion, sometimes you don't even understand yourself, especially if you didn't do personal development. You're like, oh, but I'm in love, that's enough. They love me, they do this, but I'm sorry to give this news to you, but they can love you, but still disrespect you. They can love you, but still cheat on you. And don't come at me and be like, really, they love me, they wouldn't do those things. Don't come at me. Do you really think that love will magically disappear the person's bad habits, bad personality traits? No, it doesn't disappear. If they disrespect others and then suddenly they feel love, it doesn't mean that it will like erase, or it will like make disappear the disrespect that you will feel. You know, they will disrespect you. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did. And it's not talked enough how love doesn't make disappear every bad thing that a person has. And I know that we are not all perfect. That's why by telling yourself that love is not enough, you'll seek other criteria. You'll seek, like, love is important, yes. But it's also important that someone that respects others, someone that respects you, someone that doesn't lie to you, someone that treats you right. They can love you, but don't treat you right. And I'm sick and tired of listening to those bullshit that we listen on Instagram, especially that, oh yeah, love is enough. When someone loves, like, they will love you, they will not cheat on you, they will not lie to you. If they lie to everyone else in their life, if it's in their habits, if they love to lie, do you really think that to you they won't? Why? Because love is this magic, thing that will automatically change a person? Don't get me wrong. Love can get better a person if they only want to get better themselves. It's not the love towards you that will make them to be better. It's the love that they feel towards you. The love that they feel in general first that will make them to get better, and then it's you. It's always like, it's like if the person doesn't want to change themselves, you will not change them. That's why it's very, very important to talk about this topic. And again, I don't want this episode to be like, oh, like she thinks that love is not important. It is important. And I really wish that for you, that you feel loved, that you love, whether it's, friendship, relationships, family. It's important, don't get me wrong, to feel love, to love. Because there are so many people that have hard time to receive love. I think that's another episode. And you need to work for it. Yeah, like it's not natural for humans to receive love. Most of us struggle to receive love. We can give love, but it's hard for us to receive love. That's why it's important to just know that love, yes, it's important. It's a very good emotion, but it is just an emotion. It will not magically make disappear the person's bad traits, bad habits. It's not like, people are like, oh, like he or she loves me. He will stop smoking, drinking. Why? If they don't want to stop drinking and smoking themselves, why do you think that love will magically make disappear that habit? It doesn't work like that. If they've met you and they've made the choice to stop drinking, to stop smoking, it's because they chosen that, because they wanted to become better. They wanted to become their better self. And yes, maybe love, the emotion of love helps them, but it's them who realized it's them who, made. And I didn't put my timer either. So let's do it. I always put 20 minutes. You see, when I tell you 25 minutes, actually, the productivity hack I use myself, that switch. But there are people that can love and don't realize that about themselves, that they need to get better. But also sometimes we're like, oh, but this person loves me, but they don't want to change. Again, who told you that love can make people like a different person? It doesn't work like that. I mean, I wish it was. Life would be much easier, right? We all would be great people, but it doesn't work like that. And that's why I wanted to make this episode, just to tell you that. Honestly, I tell that to myself as well, because again, since we're kids, we've been told, and I don't blame the people that they told us, because they themselves saw that from their parents or from their entourage. Yes, love is important, but the respect, they treat you right, they don't lie to you, they're a good person, they want your best. They want to support you no matter what. Even if they disagree with you, they still want to support you. That's what I seek. It shouldn't be number one priority, because unfortunately they can love you but still don't treat you right, don't respect you. And that's easy to see, because if they don't respect others, if they talk bad things about others in front of you, whether it's about their friends, about their family, about another like colleagues, whatever, if they always talk bad about others, if you see they disrespect others, it's gonna be eventually to you, they're gonna treat you eventually the same. It's not love that they will be like, oh, but I love her, so I'm not gonna disrespect her, only her or him. It doesn't work like that. Eventually you'll see it, unfortunately. Love doesn't make you this magic person. Love doesn't make you this, this wonderful person that we've been told since we were kids. And then again, I wish this topic was talked enough, because I think it would save so many relationships, so many heartbreaks. And I wish I listened to this even myself a few years ago. I wish. And I know it's super, super hard, because when when you love, you feel like you want to be with that person regardless. You want to always feel their presence, always, you get attached to that person and you don't think rationally, especially at the beginning, most of the time. That I know it's hard to think, oh, you know what? Love is not enough. I should seek other things. You should seek those things before you get in love. You should have a checklist. Top 5 things, not 10, not 20, not 30. Top 5 things besides love that you want in your life, whether it's with a family members, in a relationship with friends. Top 5 things, whether it's you want them to respect you, you want them to treat you right, you want them to support you, because support, again, they might not understand you completely. They might not necessarily think that you made the right choice, but if you want to feel that they understand you, you need to feel supported. You need to feel that that person supports you no matter what. They can tell you their advice, of course. They can tell you what they think. They can tell you what they would do in their life if they were in that position. But at the end of the day, they need to support you. And when we tell each other, oh, love is enough, why I'm telling you the support part, because, when we are in love and we love someone and we're like, yeah, but they don't support us. Who told you that love will magically make the person support you? If they don't support their friends, if they don't support their own, family members, why they should support you? Because they love you? Again, emotion of love can help the person to get better, but the wanting to get better comes within themselves. It doesn't come because of you or thanks to you. It's because themselves, they made the choice to. And I'm not telling you that they can't change, because if they really, really work hard on yourself and you see with your own eyes that they work hard on yourself and you see results here and there, they can get better, but they need to make the decision themselves. Even if you tell them 100 times, 1,000 times, the switch needs to be within themselves. The switch of getting better needs to be here. Again, the emotion of love can help that person to make the switch. It can push them to make the switch. Most of it doesn't happen like that. And also, when I'm talking about the checklist, especially if you're single right now, but again, you can use it with other than romantic relationships. Why it's important to make a checklist? Because like that, you will know what do you want in a person. You can make even a list, what don't you want, especially top 5, and stick to it. Because some people, maybe they were thinking, oh yeah, I want this, I want this, I want this, and then they meet the person and they fell in love, and then they love that person, and then suddenly they forgot their list. They forgot that initially they would want someone that, I can't tell you basic thing, but it's so important. They forgot that they wanted initially someone that cooks. And you will be like, oh really, you're talking about that? Yes, I'm talking about that. Because especially most of the men want a woman that cooks. Now, don't come at me with gender roles, okay? Most of the men. And then they meet a woman and she can't cook or she doesn't like to cook, and they think, yeah, but one day she will want to cook because when she loves me, she will do that for me. Okay, I agree. But what if she just doesn't like to cook, or she can't cook good, or she doesn't just want to cook? Do you really think that love will magically want her to, love cooking? I mean, there are exceptions, yes, that Saturday or Sunday she will, cook for you just because you love it, just because, But imagine your whole freaking life. Imagine 40, 50 years or plus that you will literally live with that person. Do you really think that if she doesn't like to cook, if she doesn't love to cook, if she doesn't just want to cook, do you really think that suddenly she will love? I mean, there are always exceptions that, she will start loving to cook. That's another story. But if for 4 years, 5 years, she told you that she doesn't love, she doesn't like, she can't cook, and magically you just hope that, but when we get married or when the love gets deeper, she will. You need to accept the person as the way they are. You need to accept the fact that she can't cook. I accept that. And I'm willing take that risk, even though the cooking, I'm telling you the basic example, but well, is it really basic when you have kids especially and there's no one to cook? I don't know, you tell me. But I just told you that example. It can be like when we get married or when the love gets deeper, he or she will stop drinking or smoking. Doesn't happen. What if it doesn't happen? What if they don't quit? What if? Again, love will not make them quit the bad habits. It will make them to want to get better, yes. But at the end of the day, if they don't work hard enough on themselves, you won't see any changes. So you need to make the choice that, okay, they are smoking. Can I accept that my whole life? Can I live with someone? Put aside your love thing. Can I live with someone that smokes? Period. If the answer is yes, it's your choice. But don't get in a relationship or in a marriage hoping that they will change, or your love for them, or the love that they have for you will change them. So many relationships, so many people get into one hoping that they will change one day, hoping that it will get better, hoping that those habits will get better. And most of the time, it doesn't. Because habits, especially the bad ones, are so hard to don't have them anymore. Because bad habits are easier to have than good habits. So that's why if you love someone, love for them. And the end of the day, I know that love always wins, and it should always win at the end of the day. So to close this episode, I want to tell you that yes, it's important, and I wish you so much love that your heart will explode in a good way. I wish you that. I really do. But be careful, because unfortunately our heart doesn't choose who we love. But you know what we can choose instead of our heart? Going on that first date with a good person in general. That, yes, it's in our hands. Before on that first date, and here I'm talking about, romantically, before that first date, ask yourself, make your 5 list of things and ask yourself. And I know that you won't know anything, but if you've talked with that person a little bit before the first date, I know that it's not enough. But you will know some things, if it's the respect, and if it's the treating you right, and see how they talk about their family members, see how they talk about their friends, see how they, do they respect, like you can tell even before the first date, few things. And I'm not telling you that they need to check everything, because you need to know a little bit the person to know those things, but you have the choice to go on that first date. Again, example of cooking, if it's really, really huge for you that the person can cook, whether it's a man or a woman, if it's number one thing on your list and they tell you literally before the first date that they can't cook and they don't like to cook, and that's the risk that you're taking. That's up to you. Even if they told you that they can't cook and they don't want to cook, it's up to, and if it's your goal, it's to get, into a committed relationship for a long term and to get married and to have kids, it's up to you to whether you're going to go to that first date or not. It's up to you. That, yes, you have a choice. Then your heart, it's hard to, mix brain and rational and emotional things. I know, I understand. But the first date, it's up to you. It's your decision whether you're going to go or not. That's why it's important to have a list, because without that list, you wouldn't know those things. Maybe in your head, it's like, oh, it would be nice if that person is cooking or not. But if you don't have that on your list, you wouldn't know that it's like number one thing besides love, that it's important to you. And they will tell you they can't cook and they don't want to cook. It's up to you to go on that date or not, because it all starts with one date, right? It all starts with one conversation and one date to have a happily ending, I hope, after all. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you understood that this episode wasn't me telling you that love is not important. It is. But I wanted to tell you other things that are as much as important as love. And when you think that love, it's all you need, that love, it's all you want, and, in your life, well, you're starting to close your eyes about things that that it's not good for you. You're starting to let go your boundaries too, when you think that love, it's all you need. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And so, yeah, with this being said, I wish you endless of love. But don't forget your checklist with you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Me and my friend here, we are grateful for you. Which, again, I don't know the name yet, but we are very grateful that you're here. And the topic of love, it's so, important. But there are other things that are as important. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. And also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy habits. Thank you guys. Before I go, per usual, don't forget, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you soon. Bye. And I didn't put my timer either, so let's do it. I always put 20 minutes. You see, when I tell you 25 minutes, actually, the productivity hack I use myself.